Good afternoon, Joel Chelule.
Good afternoon.
I will begin with your academic background. You indicated to this court that you are a senior lecturer.
Yes.
What university? Or in which university? JKUAT. What is your academic background? If you are to tell the court, what qualifications do you have for you to become a senior lecturer of the university?
PhD.
Okay, just give us your background from undergraduate. What you did in undergraduate, postgraduate.
Correct. From the year 1998 April up to 2002 March, when I graduated my Bachelor of Science in Mathematics and Computer Science. From 2004.
Which institution, sorry?
JKUAT. All my degrees are from JKUAT. 2004 September up to 2006 June. MSc in Statistics from JKUAT. Then from 2008 up to 2012 November, my PhD in Applied Statistics.
From what you've told the court, you actually well learned. I would like to bring your attention this letter of 15th July, the matters PMFI 1. You indicated to this court that that is a reappointment.
Yes.
As a chairman.
Yes.
Is dated which date?
15th July 2022.
Where is your appointment letter?
I didn't come with it.
When did you know that you'll be a witness here? That you'll be a witness in this case?
Last week.
Last week. Wouldn't it have been prudent for you to bring your appointment letter if you claim that this is a reappointment?
I can still submit. There's no how.
According to you, wouldn't it have been prudent for you to do this? Okay, I want you to read the contents of the appointment letter. Just the first paragraph.
Pursuant to Section 6 and 8 of the Western County Education Revolving Fund Act of 2016 and amendments made thereto through Amendment Number 5 of 2016 of the same Act, you are hereby appointed as Chairperson, County Education Revolving Fund Committee. You will serve for a period of 3 years, effective from 18 July 2022 up to and including 17 July 2025.
Does it say reappointment or it just says appointment?
Appointment.
So there's no proof that this is a reappointment, but an appointment. Before this court, is there evidence that you were serving a second term?
By the fact that I'm serving a second term upon completion.
Is there any evidence that you presented to this court that you had been appointed prior to July of 2022?
I have not, but I can still submit.
Is there any evidence before this court?
Not now.
Thank you very much. The appointing authority in that letter, who's the appointing authority, sorry?
The governor.
The governor. County Education Revolving Fund. From your statement, you indicate that you are the chair.
Yes.
Right? Are you versed with the provisions of that act? The County Education Revolving Fund Act?
Yes.
What are the functions of your board? Sorry, before you talk about your board, what is the purpose of the Act?
To empower the youth of Uasin Gishu County to access education in artisan and technical courses, in polytechnics, the county polytechnics and the national polytechnics. Yeah.
What are the functions of the board that you chair?
One is to vet the applications for students who applied for loans. These are loans, it's a revolving fund, and to award the students who merit to these various colleges. Two is to institute mechanisms of how to recover. It's also tasked with resource mobilization. That's coming up with other avenues of resource mobilization, and management of any other grants, maybe from donors and all that, towards the same kit. Yeah.
You've also mentioned to this court that you I don't know whether you were summoned or you were called by the CECM Education.
I was called
in September, right?
Yes.
Of 2022. And was told that you should meet as trustees of a trust to respond to a petition by the parents
Yes.
whose children had not traveled to Finland. Is that correct?
And those who had also traveled.
Uh-huh. Did you know the then CCM Education? Was he a new appointee, or he was the CCM at the time you got appointed chair of UG County Education Revolving Fund Board?
Yes, he was.
Was he the former CC, or he was a new appointee?
I don't know that, but
Okay, let me take you back. Having been a chair, because you mentioned to this court that this was a reappointment, and I believe you'd been appointed sometime in 2019.
correct.
So whoever called you,
Yes.
was he the continuing CECM education or a new CECM education?
The continuing.
Continuing CECM. So this is somebody you know very well and you have
Yes.
worked with.
Yes.
And for the first time he tells you that there's a trust,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Now, let me take you to 3rd October 2022, where you did the meeting at Siriko Hotel.
Yes.
Who attended the meeting? I want you to regurgitate to this court again.
Myself.
You be the last one. Just mention the rest and then you be the last one.
We had Joseph Martin. We had Joel Ruta. We had Meshach Kagarono. We had Joshua Lele. We had Tony Tanui. Lois Cherimo. Cheriot. David Gesho. I think I've mentioned those.
Is this your new testimony? Because at the examination in chief, you did mention Joshua Lele and David Kessie. So we add the two as attendees.
I did mention. You never got it.
You only mentioned on cross-examination Joshua Lele. I listed the people who attended. Actually, you mentioned that Susan Kano was absent. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's only Susan who was not there, and I think I have not mentioned Susan now.
So Joshua Lele was in attendance.
Yes.
It is at that meeting that you were told that there was a trust that had been registered.
Yes.
And it is at that meeting that you learned that there was an account that was running.
Yes.
So, and at some point you indicated to this court that you requested for documents but were not provided.
Yes.
Did you personally request, or did any specific person request?
In a meeting, whatever is requested in a meeting, it's
I'm just asking you, did you ask yourself for request for the documents?
Yes, I did. Also, Lois did.
I'm talking about you.
I did.
Ask?
I did.
Good. You also told this court that you consider this a very serious matter.
Yes.
And did you ever write any letter to the CCM Education or the then principal trustee requesting for these documents?
No, the request was in the meeting.
Just give me the answer. Did you
never
write any letter
No.
yourself?
No.
You didn't write?
Yeah.
So, you also told this court that you asked how the appointments had been done to the trust
Yes.
in the meeting.
Yes.
Did you make anything in writing to either the principal trustee or CCM Education?
No.
Your testimony to this court is that we were told that we were the purported trustees, or we had been appointed as purported trustees.
Yes.
But you still went ahead to sit in a meeting where you still doubt your appointment as a trustee
Yes.
and do minutes. Did you declare that in the minutes that you do not accept the appointment as a trustee?
Yes, we did.
Have you ever had any dealing with a lawyer?
Yes.
Do you have a legal counsel?
Yes.
Having become aware that you have been appointed a purported trustee, or purportedly appointed as a trustee,
Yeah.
did you seek legal advice on how to come out as a trustee? The answer is simple, yes or no.
No.
You didn't. The letter that you wrote, you did a meeting in October of 2022, but you wrote a letter to the principal trustee on what date?
6th of January.
6th of January.
Yes.
What consultations were ongoing between October and January? Why would it take you so long? Having, as you indicated in the minutes, Your Honor, I'd like to request for the minutes to be voted. Having declared in the minutes that you were unprocedurally improper appointed, why would it take you about 3 months to write a letter to the same principal trustee? Or what consultations were ongoing?
We were consulting amongst ourselves on what to do. We might have taken long, but we finally came to that conclusion. To do a joint letter.
Okay, I want to take you back to October.
Yes.
The day you walked together with David and Lois to Eldoret East KCB branch. Which date was that?
That of October.
Same date of 3rd of October.
Yeah, the same day. After that meeting in Zirikwa, we went to the bank.
And you met the operations manager.
Yes.
And you asked for documents, but you were not supplied with the documents.
Yes.
But you'd been told that you are trustees.
Yes.
Did you, yourself as a trustee, take any step to write a letter to the branch manager or to KCB requesting for any document? That
No,
so you didn't do any letter.
I didn't.
No formal request has ever been done to date to KCB.
Not from me.
By yourself, I'm talking about
Yeah.
you.
No.
In your testimony, and the documents that were provided by the prosecution to us, we have documents, we have copies of your ID, copies of your PIN, and passport size photo. You indicate in your testimony or in your statement that while returning this appointment letter, you required to supply the appointing authority with copies of ID, PIN, and passport size photo.
Yes.
I want you to read to the court what part of that requires you to supply those documents.
Please affirm the following to the Secretary, Public Service Board. Copies of your academic and professional certificates for documentation. Duly filled personal data form attached. Duly filled declaration of income, assets and liabilities form. Yeah.
Is there anywhere it tells you to provide your copies of ID, PIN, and passport size photo? In this letter.
It was requested at the point of submission.
So
The letter might have not captured, but we were requested to give at the point of.
for what purpose?
I don't know.
Let me take you back again. As the chair of County Education Fund, are you a signatory to any account?
No,
So you're not a signatory to an
I'm
account.
not.
Do you hold any account personally?
Personally,
Yes,
I do.
you do. What documents are usually asked for or required at the time of opening an account?
Copy of national ID or any other recognized identification document like the passport. KRA PIN, passport size photographs, but usually nowadays they take at that point. Yeah.
At your level, sorry, and I'm not demeaning you, wouldn't you question the County Public Service Board for asking you for these documents, yet the documents are usually used for account opening. Not to demean you. I mean, you level.
They are also needed for a new employment. Even at JK, when I was being employed, I had to submit the same document.
Is this an employment? Because in your statement, you say it is part-time. You sit quarterly. That is your statement that you provided to the police.
Yeah, this not a full-time employment.
Correct.
Yeah.
But you were able to provide copies of ID and PIN
Correct.
and passport.
Provided.
You were shown minutes of 20. So you're not a full-time employee there.
I'm not.
You don't know the processes that go on within the county.
Yeah, because I'm not there on daily basis.
Correct. You were shown minutes of 22nd February 2021. And you were asked whether you are familiar with the stamp. And your response was in the affirmative.
The minutes of
22nd February 2021.
It's not 22nd. Is it?
Let's check.
Yeah, sure. 22nd February 2021.
You were asked about a stamp, and you told this court that you are familiar.
Yes. 4.
But you still tell this court that you are not an employee. You don't know what happens there. You still went ahead to tell this court that it is faint, but you still confirm to this court that you're familiar with the stamp.
Yes.
If you're not an employee who works there on a daily basis, what business would you have in knowing or being familiar with the stamp?
Does it require someone to be on daily basis to know a stamp?
You are not an employee there. Are you an employee there? So are you telling this court that this is a stamp that is used by the chief officer education? Is that the testimony, your testimony to the court that you know this is a stamp?
Yeah, I've seen
Certainly.
it. I've seen it before.
Do you know or you don't know? Is this a stamp or this is not a stamp? Yes or no? It is a stamp. Thank you. Never mind. This account opening form.
Yes.
PMFI 8. Did you sign that form?
No.
You did not sign the form, so you don't know the form.
I didn't say.
So you don't know the form. So, thank you very much. You don't know the form. When were you appointed into the task force by the current governor?
It was at the beginning of December.
December of 2022.
I don't know the exact date, but early December.
Early December.
2022.
How many meetings did you attend?
4 meetings.
4 meetings? Up to which date or what time? When is the last meeting that you attended before you are requested to leave the task force?
I don't quite remember, but it was towards the end of December.
When did you declare your conflict of interest? If that is exactly what you did.
That last day.
Last day.
Yeah, before I left the job.
So you were able to attend 4 meetings before declaring your interest.
Yes.
Why didn't you declare your interest from the word? Why didn't you then tell the chairman that I am purportedly an appointee of the trust that we're investigating? And from the word go, they would have allowed you to either sit in the meetings or request you to leave the meeting.
I personally, initially, I personally didn't see the reason why I should declare that interest, and yet I wasn't actually part of the trust. Yes, my name has been mentioned there, but I wasn't part of it.
But you've mentioned to this court that you realized that this is a matter of concern, great concern. Right? But you still didn't feel or see the need to declare your conflict of interest.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fast forward. In your testimony, you say you were invited by County Assembly ad hoc committee.
Yes.
Did they do it in writing?
It was a phone call.
It was a phone call.
Yes.
It was a phone call. And you were advised to go and do an affidavit.
It was a phone call, and they told me that once I get there, I will find the invitation letter.
So did you collect the invitation letter?
Yes, I did.
You did.
Yes.
Do you have a copy?
I think I have a copy.
Before the court?
No.
Because it is your testimony that you are invited.
Not now.
So it is possible that you invited yourself.
It's not possible.
But there's no evidence that you are invited.
It's not possible.
If you had a letter and you're a witness,
It's not possible.
in your testimony, you were invited. But there's no document that shows that you were invited.
It's not possible.
It is at this ad hoc committee that you were able to get what document? The minutes.
The minutes and the certificate of
And the
incorporation.
certificate of incorporation
Yes.
of the trust.
Yes.
In the minutes, was your signature there?
No.
Okay. Was your name there?
Yes.
Although you claim you did not attend the meeting, right?
Yes.
Did you feel the need to report to the police? This is a matter of great concern.
Yes, I felt the need.
Did you report?
No.
Because this is January, right?
No.
Did you report?
No.
Did you write any letter to either the CECM, Education, or COU, or Principal Trustee regarding the minutes? Complaining that I have a copy of the minutes that says I attended the meeting, but I never attended the meeting.
I didn't.
You didn't. Although you felt the need to report to the police, but you didn't question anything.
Of which I've already explained the reason.
We're coming there. You talked about going to this year in March. We're talking about January of 2023. At the beginning of January of 2023, you have written to the principal trustee, telling him to remove you
Yes.
as a trustee.
Yes.
Then you find there minutes where you attended a meeting,
Correct.
but you didn't see the need to write a letter to him again.
I saw the need.
Did you write a letter?
I didn't write.
Thank you very much. Let me take you back to you traveled to Finland.
Yes.
This question was asked by my colleague, but maybe I need to repeat it again. Why were you selected to travel to Finland?
I don't know the reason, but I suspect because I was the chairman, County Education Reform Fund.
In your testimony, County Education Revolving Fund, both the Act and the board have nothing to do with international studies. Isn't that so?
Yes.
But you suspect that they took you there because you're the chairman.
Yes.
Yet in fact, you were the chairman of the trust when you traveled there. Because this is August of
21.
21.
Yes.
The certificate of incorporation shows when was the trust incorporated?
August 2021.
When is, Your Honor, this is PMFI 7, which is a trust. When was it? When is it dated?
6 July 2021.
And the certificate is PMFI 5. Incorporation is?
August 2021.
7th August 2021. Did you ask the then guy,
Yes.
who's the third accused person,
Yes.
why he selected you to travel? Or any of the people you traveled with?
I didn't ask.
So were you a joyrider? Or what was your purpose of travel? Or what was the reason for travel? Because I see the county paid you 700,000 to travel. Right?
Yes.
So I would say that you travel there as a chairman of UG Overseas Education Trust.
No.
And not as chairman of County Education Revolving Fund Board.
No.
Did you ask why you traveled? Or what would you be telling this court that I am the chairman of the revolving fund. I've been told to travel, I'm traveling.
I took it to be the issue. When governor is traveling, he selects a delegation.
What was the role there? To witness signing of an MOU?
Well, I find in all the meetings that we attended in Finland, I didn't actually see my role.
You didn't see your role. No, I've asked him if he was a joyrider. He says he doesn't know why he traveled. But I put it to him that he actually traveled as the chairman of the trust.
Which I refuse.
was in issue overseas education trust.
Pardon, Your Honor? Yeah, I wasn't the chairman. I wasn't the chairman.
While you continue to deny that you are either a trustee of the chair or chairman of the trust, to date, have you taken any action to have yourself removed as a trustee?
Yes.
As we sit here,
Yes.
to date,
Yes.
besides that letter, have you taken any action?
The action I took is incorrect.
They say ignorance of the law is not defense. You have counsel, right? The ordinary course of action first would be to have your lawyer file a document called deed of removal as a trustee. You don't need the principal trustee to remove you as a trustee. Have you taken that action? Did you seek legal counsel on that?
Yes. And I was told the letter is sufficient.
Have you earned any money from this trust?
No.
But in the meeting of 3rd October 2022, you mentioned to this court that you were given a facilitation fee.
Yes.
You were sitting in what capacity? As the chairman of the County Education Revolving Fund? 3rd October 2022.
I was sitting there as a purported trustee.
Would you earn any money if you were a purported trustee?
My travel had.
Wasn't it prudent for you to return the money and say, no, I am not a trustee. I do not deserve to be paid for sitting in this meeting?
I had incurred expenses traveling to that meeting, so I had to be compensated.
I'm at the tail end. From this meeting, besides the minutes of 3rd October 2022, did you do any report to the governor as instructed by the CCM Education?
If you check in the resolution of the meeting of 3rd of October, that task of doing a report was given to the signatories and the secretariat.
I'm talking about the trust or the trustees. Did you do a report? Was there a report done on behalf of the trust?
No.
So there was no report that was done to them?
I'm not aware because after I left, I don't know that the signatories and the secretariat did a report. I never saw it myself.
Did you follow up?
I didn't.
You didn't. But in the minutes, you were the chairman of that meeting, right?
Yes, I chaired the meeting.
You chaired the meeting.
Yes.
Let me take you back again. By the time you traveled to Finland in 2021, did you know this program for Finland?
Prior to that, I was not aware. I didn't know.
You are not aware.
So I actually thought that was the beginning of the program when we traveled to Finland.
So
because that is the time when the governor went and signed the MOUs.
So subsequent thereto, you became aware of the program.
Yes,
Subsequent to your travel, you became aware of the program.
that was now in September 20.
Okay, after the travel, you became aware of the program. Or when did you become aware of it? Sorry, I just need you to tell the court. You traveled in August of 2021, correct?
Yes.
When did you become aware of the program?
September 2022.
September 2022.
And I'm talking now of the
I'm talking about the program, the Finland program.
administered by the trust.
When did you become aware of the Finland program?
September 2022.
When did you pay around 600K on behalf of Vanuel Kirwa to travel to Finland? You made the payment personally, right?
Yes.
Into the account, right?
Yes.
So the narration of the deposit slip, can you recall?
Yes.
What was the narration?
Fee payment.
No, the account name. Leave alone the narration, the account name. Because you were given the account name and the account number. You can bank it anywhere. I mean, it's a KCB account.
Max Global.
You paid to Max Global.
Correct. Max Global, which is a private company.
So your fee was paid to Max Global.
Correct.
And not Wasingishu Overseas Education Trust account.
Correct.
That's my last question. Thank you.
Your Honor, will not have any questions for exam. That's what.